You're here today to help speak your mind, and we'll get into the bigger picture issues, but first I have to ask you all about the death of Freddie Gray. I want to begin with that. I know you're familiar with the arrest, you have seen the videos. Do you feel like those officers acted appropriately?
They've done nothing different than what we've always done as police officers on the street. Those type of arrests happen on a daily basis.
The fact that they said they had reasonable suspicion, although you see the video, he's being dragged, he doesn't have a medic for 40 to 45 minutes, you would have done the same thing.
Absolutely. It's being compliant. If you're compliant, you will not have to be engaged by officers. Force has to be used with equal force. If you're not compliant, that is why, police are able to restrain subjects that are non-compliant. The officers did nothing wrong. That wasn't the intent. I don't think anybody woke up that day and said, we're going to go find someone to kill.
What do you think the public's biggest misconception is about that whole incident? The arrest, the video, the death?
What we've seen in custody deaths throughout the country, that you have a bunch of activists that come to the scene and get everybody charged. And when I say charged, get the community in an uproar, and then they leave. And it's for their own personal gain. It's for the attention. But when they leave, the people that live in those communities are left with moving on, and the police is left with trying to rebuild these communities.
So that's your frustration, but what's the biggest misconception? What are people not getting right, in your opinion, about what happened?
That this was an intentional act by the police officers. I don't think so. I don't think there was any intent to do. There was no militia. There was no malice from the officers.
Officer 2?
Obviously, the officers knew that they were being videotaped. That's the biggest thing. You can't tell me.
By a cell phone.
Of course. And even not being videotaped, you have 6 officers that are involved in this. The 2 officers that were placing him inside the wagon. And a normal person, you would think, that there's nobody, especially being a law enforcement officer, that you're going to jeopardize your life, your career, your families, your friends, and everybody else for what? To throw an extra punch, to throw an extra kick. There was no physical violence that was involved in this. He was not compliant.
There was no physical violence? When you look at the video and you see the takedown, is that all,
it was
academy
a takedown,
training?
which is, and like I said before, its force has to be met with equal force. If, per se, you start throwing punches at me, I will defend myself. It's not my duty or my job to retreat and let you be in control of the situation and let it escalate. We're there to de-escalate things. And he was placed in restraints, the situation was de-escalated, he was placed inside the transport vehicle. Whatever transpired after that, that only Eddie Gray knows, and perhaps the other suspect that was in a wagon, which he had no view of exactly what the suspect was doing inside the vehicle.
I think people would take issue with, and here's the issue with a lot of these stories, there's video, but it doesn't cover the entire confrontation, right? So when you talk about equal force meeting equal force, when you watch that snippet, it certainly doesn't appear that Freddie Gray is exerting the same amount of force as those police officers.
You're correct. And our training and expertise, we are trained to be able to escalate things before they escalate. So there was no deadly force that had to have been utilized at that point. He was taken under control, he was placed inside the wagon, and the unfortunate thing is the results of it ended up with somebody dying, which I'm sure all the officers, and not even officers, the public and the family for Freddie Gray, everybody has lost something because of this. And,
What did the officers lose?
Their lives. I mean, they will never be able to go back to their normal life at this point. It doesn't matter if they're exonerated, which they should be. It doesn't matter. This is a life-changing event which can't be turned back around. And, you know, it's not only for them, but you have to account their children, their families, mothers, brothers, sisters, friends. Everybody is affected by this. You know, any place they go now, you know, there's going to be fingers pointed at them.
Even if they're not convicted?
Of course.